I didn't shout. I didn't demand the truth or insist on explanations. I didn't beg her to choose me. I just turned and walked away, quiet, steady, without a single word. She believed I'd cling to her, plead for answers, maybe even fight to win her back. She thought she held all the power. But instead I vanished. Now she's the one searching, restless and consumed by a grief she never expected. But the man she's chasing? He doesn't exist anymore. The warning signs had been there all along. Her sudden late nights at work, the way her phone never left her side, the fleeting smiles that never warmed her eyes. I'd noticed every change, but chose to trust her anyway. That trust shattered one evening. She was in the shower when her phone buzzed. The screen lit up with a message that sliced through me like a blade. I can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again? My heart tightened. My hands curled into fists, but I stayed calm. No outburst, no confrontation. I just sat there, staring at the proof that the woman I loved had already given herself to someone else. And in that moment I knew I wouldn't fight for a place in someone's life if they'd already made space for someone else. That night, while she slept soundly beside me, completely unaware, I began to pack. I took only what I needed, leaving behind her gifts, our shared photographs, every trace of sentiment. None of it meant anything anymore. Standing at the door with my bag over my shoulder and my keys in my hand, I paused, not from hesitation, but because I knew this exact moment would burn itself into her memory for years to come. Then I stepped out into the night, and just like that, I was gone. She woke the next morning expecting nothing unusual. Maybe she stretched, maybe she checked her phone, perhaps even smiled at a message from the man she had chosen over me. But then her hand touched the empty space beside her. The warmth was gone. My side of the bed was cold. She looked around and saw the truth. The half-empty wardrobe, the cleared bedside table, my missing keys. Panic rushed in. She called me once, twice, again and again. Straight to voicemail. Texts followed. Where are you? What's going on? Please answer me. I gave her nothing but silence. She told herself I just needed space, that I'd be back once I'd calmed down. But hours became days, and days turned into weeks. Her certainty crumbled into desperation. The messages changed, first confusion. Can we talk? Let me explain. Then frustration. This isn't fair. Say something. Then raw desperation. I messed up. Please just reply. I miss you. I miss us. I never responded. She searched everywhere, reaching out to mutual friends, combing through social media, visiting places we once loved. Has he said anything? Do you know where he is? But no one could help. I had erased myself completely from her world. The harder she searched, the deeper the truth cut. She had lost me for good. Still, she kept chasing the hope that if she could just find me, if she could just see me, maybe she could undo what she'd done. Then one evening it happened. I was in a quiet cafe, sipping coffee, settled in the peace of my new life. A sudden intake of breath pulled me from my thoughts. I looked up. She stood frozen at the entrance. She had changed, but not like I had. I had grown. She had withered. Her once proud stance was unsteady. Her face, once lit with confidence, was now drawn with regret. Slowly she approached. It's you, she whispered, her voice shaking. I never thought I'd see you again. I didn't flinch. No anger. No nostalgia. That part of my life was gone. She gripped the back of the chair across from me, like it was the only thing keeping her upright. Can we talk? She asked, her voice breaking. I took my time, sipping my coffee before answering. What's there to talk about? The words made her falter. She had expected rage or maybe hurt, but not indifference. That's when she realized she had truly lost me. I've been looking for you, she said softly. I know, I replied. You knew. I nodded. Of course. I just didn't care. Her lips parted, but no words came. She lowered her gaze, her shoulders sinking. I made a terrible mistake, she murmured. I thought I wanted something else. I was wrong. I tilted my head. So tell me, are you here because you regret losing me? Or because the life you wanted didn't turn out the way you thought? Her breath caught, but she said nothing. That silence told me everything. She reached for my hand, desperate. Please just give me a chance to make this right. I looked at her hand, then into her eyes. There's nothing to make right. Tears welled in her eyes. So that's it? You're really done with me? I stood, adjusting my jacket. I was done the moment I walked away. Her face crumbled under the weight of my words. She had told herself for months that if she just found me and said the right things, I'd come back. Now she saw the truth. Nothing could change this. She had thrown me away, and I had let her. I don't know how to live with this, she whispered. I looked at her one last time, calm and certain. Then maybe you shouldn't have let me go. Her body stiffened at the words, but it was far too late. I turned and walked toward the door without looking back. She could replay her mistakes for the rest of her life, but she'd never have me again. She remained seated long after I left, the cafe alive with the chatter and laughter of strangers while she sat frozen, staring at the empty chair across from her. A single tear slid down her cheek. Not just for me, but for the version of herself she had lost when she had me. Outside, the air was crisp and cool. I felt lighter than I had in years. I hadn't raised my voice, wasted my breath, or given her the closure she sought. I had simply moved on, and that was a kind of justice no apology could undo. Some people don't mourn losing you. They mourn losing the life they had with you. Once you understand that, you never go back.